A warm welcome to all my students. I will teach you about development. In yesterday's session, we had learnt about the nature and the meaning of development, the nature and the meaning of underdevelopment. These are the two topics we had completed in the previous session. In the previous session, we learnt about what is economic development, and then we also learned what is underdevelopment. We learned about the difference between development and underdevelopment. Today's topic we will be learning about indicator of human development, gender related development. These are the topic has to be discussed. Today I'll discuss about indicator of human development. Indicator of development. How do we measure economic development? Economists have advocated different indicators, and the prominent one is based on the income generated in the country, and the rest using indicator other than income. So as we have read in the previous session regarding development and underdevelopment, now the economists are discussing how can we indicate whether the country is developed or not. To say exactly whether the country is developed or not, the prominent one is indicating their income generated in a country. How much income is generated in a country, and with that the rest using indicator other than income. So one way is to find out the income generated in a country. Through that we can say about the economic development of a country. With that we will also use the other indicator which discuss about other than income. Income used here is the national income. We are talking about national income. The income word what we had used, it is regarding national income, which is defined as income of all the people residing in a country. So now we are going to discuss about the income indicator, and the income which I am talking is regarding national income. Yesterday we learned what is national income. A total goods and service produced in a country in a year is national income. So we will see the income of each and every person in the country. Higher the income, higher is the development. However, economic progress in a country will be slower if the population expands along with the increase in national income. Now we are discussing about the economic development of a country. And to say that whether the country is economically developed or not, we are going to estimate their income. When I say income, we are talking about national income. So when the national income raises, that means the development of the country is also developing. One more is here. If economic progress is taking place in the country, that is economic development is taking place, and it is taking place very slowly. Simultaneously, you can also see increase in population. Even there is an increase in national income as well as increase in population, then it is very difficult to talk about the economic development of a country. If only national income is increasing, then we can say the country is economically developed. Population is also increasing, national income is also increasing, then it is very difficult to say about the economic development of a country. Therefore, economic development between the country with different level of population will not be correct. Now when we compare with each other country, that is a developed country with a developing country, if we are comparing, but developed country's population is very less and developing country population are more, then you can't compare their economic development with each other. The population also should be in the same level. When you are going to make a comparison between two countries regarding economic development, at that time what you have to see is level of population. Both should have equal number of population. Then only you can say that whether the country is economically developed or that country is higher than the other country. Hence, to make it more clear to understand the economic development, instead of taking national income, we will take per capita income. So instead of taking national income into consideration, we will take per capita income as an income indicator. Hence, per capita income is being used as an indicator of development instead of national income. Because national income is not saying exactly the level of economic development due to different level of population. So what we thought, we will take per capita income as an income indicator instead of national income to indicate regarding development. The average income of each individual in a country, which is calculated as a national income divided by total population in a given year. Now this is the definition for per capita income, children. Average income of each individual in the country. How we calculate is, which is calculated as national income divided by total population. I told you what is national income. Total goods and service produced in a year in a country. So that count we will take plus divided with the total population. That will be considered as average income of each individual in the country. And this is a definition for per capita income in a given year. So understood? National income is divided by total population. You will get the average income of each individual. We call it as per capita income. Although this is a very popular and a simple indicator, it does not consider the distribution of income among the people as well as availability of basic amenities like food, shelter, education, health and other similar social factors. Hence, attempts were made to extend the income measure by including other parameters of development, and these are called as alternative indicator, the prominent of which is Human Development Index. In short form we call it as HDI. HDI full form is Human Development Index. Now, as we are talking about the economic development of a country, when we are trying to estimate the economic development of a country, we decided to take income indicator. Income indicator, when we took, income was considered as national income as an income. And when we estimated the national income and comparing with other country, we felt it is not showing the exact economic development of a country. Then we consider per capita income as a perfect income indicator. But still, after finding out the per capita income, we are not able to see that equal distribution of income is taking place among the people. The distribution of income among the people is not available, as well as you can see that availability of basic amenities. All the people in the country will not get equal number of food, shelter, education, health and other similar factors. So only seeing their income you can't decide about the economic development of a country. We have to see other aspect also: food, shelter, education, health and social factors. So hence, with including income measure, we have to see other parameter for development. And that other parameter you call it as alternative indicator. And this alternative indicator is Human Development Index. Have you understood, students here? First remember, in the income indicator, we consider national income. Once when the national income was not showing the exact economic development of a country, we undertook per capita income. With per capita income, we are not able to distribute the income equally. So we require other parameters. So that parameter is called as alternative indicator. It is indicated through Human Development Index. Now we will learn about detailing about Human Development Index. It is increasingly felt that primary purpose of all economic progress is enhance of human welfare. Why do we concentrate on economic development? We concentrate on economic development so that we can enhance human welfare. That is human benefits. Like providing basic amenities for all the people in the country. We always give importance to economic progress so that it can enhance our human welfare. It should help people to enjoy a decent quality of life, ensure adequate basic minimum amenities like food, shelter, clothing, education, health, social security, clean water, pure air and unpolluted environment. If we are trying to have economic progress in a country, we have to provide basic minimum amenities. What are those basic amenities if you see? Food, shelter, clothing, education, health, social security, clean water, pure air and unpolluted environment. Just increasing the income will not guarantee all these facilities are given to all the people. Just showing an increase in income will not guarantee that all these basic facilities, whichever I have discussed, food, shelter, clothing, education, health and all, is provided to all the people in the country. So here is a definition of human index, and this side, towards your right side, you will see indicator of human development. So first one is the meaning of Human Development Index. Human Development Index is used to measure how the development has improved human life. And in this indicator, we have considered these things. First one is Human Development Index rank life expectancy, infant mortality rate, maternal mortality rate, adult literacy rate, percentage of population below poverty line, per capita GDP, that is gross domestic product. So these are the indicators through the Human Development Index. Mahbub ul Haq, a Pakistani economist who was inspired by the writing of Nobel laureate Amartya Sen, argued that the most important requirement to enjoy a decent standard of living are ability to lead a healthy and a long life, being literate and having income to purchase minimum amenities. He called this as human development. So here is the argument that to lead a decent standard of life, two things are required. First one is healthy and long life. To lead a decent standard of living, two things are required. First one is healthy and long life. Second one is being literate, that is educated. And next one is they should have so much of income that they will be able to purchase minimum amenities. Their income should be to that extent where they are able to purchase minimum amenities. So this is what you call it as human development. If you say that there is a human development, two things to be noted. One, healthy and long life. Next one is literate, income to purchase minimum amenities. This is called as human development. Amartya Sen defines HD as expansion of capability of people. The core capability or the most important, the center. The core is the center here. Health, education and purchasing power. Three things we are taking into consideration. First health, next is education and after that purchasing power. Now we have to decide how we will measure this human development. How we are going to measure the human development. According to United Nations Development Program has used these ideas to construct an index, and that index is called as Human Development Index. United Nations Development Program has used these ideas to construct an index. And what is that index called as, children? Human Development Index. The core capability of a country's population are defined, measured and combined to derive the composite of Human Development Index. So what we do is, to get this Human Development Index, first thing is we will define it, then we will measure it. After that we will combine and finally that forms into Human Development Index. While health is measured in terms of life expectancy, education is measured in terms of literacy, attainment and purchasing power through per capita income. So here you have to remember, we are going to estimate or measure. The health is measured in terms of life expectancy. Next one is education, is measured in terms of literacy. And next one is purchasing power will be measured through per capita income. So health is measured in terms of life expectancy. Education will be measured in terms of literacy. Purchasing power will be measured through per capita income. So here we are going to learn about three indicators. The first one, life expectancy. We are going to learn about life expectancy. Next we will be learning about the second indicator will be about education achievement. And third we will learn about standard of living, which you call it as per capita income. So first we will learn about life expectancy. The age till which a people of a country can expect to survive is called life expectancy. Availability of nutritious food, excellent health, hygiene facility, clean environment, etc. enables us to live longer. Now first thing is Regarding health, what we are going to measure is life expectancy. How long do the people in that country live? Majority of people. We are not going to see one by one. We are seeing majority of people there. How long do they live? Till which age do they live? We will find out. With that, what are the facilities available for them? Nutritious food, excellent health, hygiene, facility, clean environment. Whether we also consider unpolluted environment, all these are considered, children. So, the first to measure the health is measured in terms of life expectancy. That is, how long do the people in that country live? Majority of people we are estimating. And for that, what are the facilities available for them? A nutritious food, excellent health, hygiene facility, a clean environment to lead a longer life. The next indicator we are going to learn is education achievement. So before that, we have one more point to discuss about life expectancy. So all these factors are representative of life expectancy. So remember about the life expectancy means first one is how long do the people lead their life, live their life. Majority of people, and what are the things available for them to lead a long life. Now we will learn about education level. Education achievement of a country is measured in two basic factors. So this education achievement, we have two basic factors. First factor will be average period of schooling completed by individual. Above 25 years, their schooling. Expected period of school education that of a children of 5 years might receive in their lifetime. Two way we will estimate. Two factors to know about education achievement. One is average period of schooling completed by individual, that is up to the age of 25, above the age of 25. The next one is school education, that is a children of 5 years might receive in their lifetime. Expected period of a school education that a children of 5 years might receive in their lifetime. So these are the two basic factors you have to remember about education achievement. And the last indicator is standard of living. So as I told you, the standard of living is being measured in terms of per capita income. So the average of these three indicators is HDI, that is Human Development Index. So first we will calculate life expectancy. The next one is education achievement. After that, standard of living. All these three will be calculated and the average will be considered as Human Development Index. Now this picture will help you what are the indicators being taken, how we estimated. First one, we spoke about three important things has to be considered. First, health, education and living standard. First one is health, education, living standard. Health we estimate through life expectancy. Education, as I told you, two basic factors will be considered. And next one is living standard. Living standard is estimated through per capita income. So through a Human Development Index, you can measure the development of each individual indicator as well as overall Human Development Index. Through that we will be able to estimate each and every individual, at the same time overall Human Development Index. And you can also trace the growth in them and compare our country with other country. Through this Human Development Index, the benefit what we get is we are able to measure the development of each and every individual, as well as we will get overall measure about Human Development Index. With that, we will be able to trace them. At the same time, we will be able to compare our country with other countries' development. The HDI of India has been raising steadily. When I say HDI, means it is Human Development Index of India has been raising steadily. In 2014, Human Development Index was calculated at 0.586 and ranked at 135 out of 187 countries. So each year when we are measuring the Human Development Index, India has shown rise in it. So in 2014, the HDI was 0.586 and we were ranked 135 out of 187 countries. The UNDP, that is United Nations Development Program, classifies the country into three categories based on Human Development Index as high, medium and low. So United Nations Development Program had divided the countries into three categories based on a Human Development Index. Three categories. First one is high, second one is medium and the last one is low. And India is in middle level group of human development. India is standing in the middle level. HDI of India in 2012 was calculated at 0.554 and placed at 136th rank out of 186 country. So previous slide I have explained about the Human Development Index of India in 2014. Now I am explaining about 2012 children. In 2014 it was 0.586, but in 2012 it was 0.554, and in 2012 the position of India was 136, the rank. But whereas in 2014 India stands 135th rank. So this itself shows there is an increase or there is a development in Human Development Index. This is Human Development Index value of 0.554 is a result of 65.8 years of life expectancy. How much is the life expectancy? 65.8 years. And per capita income is measured in terms of dollar, 3,203 per capita income. And the average schooling is 4.4 years. So if we observe India from 1980 to 2012, there is an improvement in HDI, that is Human Development Index. So from 1980 to 2012, if you see it is 0.334 to 0.554. So this clearly shows that India is developing. But at the same time, if you see, the human development is very low if we compare with top 10 countries. India's human development is very low when we compare with top 10 countries. We need to improve still. Now I will start with the assignment. What is per capita income? As I told you, the average, what we get from the national income, we call it as per capita income. So remember, first question is, what is per capita income? A per capita income is the average income of each individual in a country. Per capita income is got by dividing national income by total population in a given year. The next question is, per capita income being used instead of national income as a measure of economic development. Though higher the national income, higher the economic development of that country, economic progress will slower if the population increases along with the national income. Therefore, a comparison of the economic development of a country with different level of population will not be correct. So, true indicator of a development means, hence per capita income is being used instead of national income as a measure of economic development. This is the answer. You will write it for the second question. And the next question is, what is Human Development Index? So remember, Human Development Index was categorized by United Nations Development Program, and you have to mention those three categories. And next question is, what is life expectancy? Age till which the people of a country can expect to live is called life expectancy. And next one is, how is educational achievement of a country is measured? You will write the two basic factors of educational achievements. And the first factor is average period of schooling completed by an individual above 25 years. And the second one is the expected period of schooling education that the children of 5 years might receive in their lifetime. Children, these are the questions you have to write, and I explained those answers also. Write it clearly and neatly in your homework book. Thank you, children. We will meet in the next session. Thank you.